ever since like they've been married for like the past like 25 years, I believe. Like
Yeah,
Will, he always been trying to like live up to this like standard in which Jada always viewed Tupac. He always wanted that moment to have that Tupac moment. And last night, maybe he wanted that Tupac moment to like finally she can like look up to Will as she always looked up to Tupac.
did
You
to
know what I'm
Tupac.
saying? Yeah. So yeah,
That
that's
that's a great way to end it too, cause like I maybe when you think about people, you try to get in their head sometimes. Maybe that was it. I mean, with 100 other fucking things before the through his mind, but maybe
mm-hmm.
that it's like this is my moment to let her know. You know what I'm saying? I got you too.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I'm not mad at him for defending her what she's going through. Dude, somebody talk about my wife. Everybody know what's going on.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
people
saying? You talk
pe-
about her, nigga, you gone, you gone.
yeah, people aren't
But
mad about the attention, they just mad about the execution how he did it.
how he did it, that's
Yeah.
all. And like I
Yeah.
said,
All right, what's going on, people? This is the Cornerstone Podcast, episode 62. Subscribe, like, comment, and share the content. Follow us on YouTube, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iTunes. Man, dude, we could just get right into it, man. Episode 62. Just last night, we all heard the slap from across the country. They was live
yeah,
from
man.
LA. I heard that shit all the way in Chicago. I knew I felt some type of draft.
Gee,
Cause I,
that's
I,
how
I,
that.
I didn't I didn't know about it. You called me, you're like, man, like did you see what happened at the Oscars? Like, no. I knew I felt something.
You
But
felt the draft, but you
I
didn't know why you
yeah.
felt the draft.
Yeah.
Gee, man, I don't even know what to say. You know what, Mister? I listened to 125 different answers today,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't wait to get home. I mean, it's a long day at work, but when I say I couldn't wait to get home, so we and you could talk about this. Um, See, I don't know, both of these my guys. You know what I'm saying? Like
Same here.
I love Will Smith movies. Chris Rock, yeah, his concert in Chicago is in October. I was thinking about going. Like I love both these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
really do. Mister Man,
I was disappointed because I don't want to. I don't want that event to happen to them too. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Those two individuals. I mean, I hated that Jada was like so offended. It kind of made Will go up there and slap him because he laughed at the joke at first.
And he was laughing at all, even if he wasn't comfortable. Like when he won the award, he say, "Sometimes you got to take shit," and I understand what his wife's going through,
Mm-hmm.
and I understand that she was probably pissed about it. I still think she should have. I saw somebody say something earlier today. I would have been okay if she grabbed him, like, nah, we'll check his ass after the show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then, the don't keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth and all that up. You know,
You know what, man? It
it
kind of
it
made
hurt.
me.
It hurt. I was mad about the whole situation. I really was. Dude.
Hey, remember many podcasts ago, I had mentioned how I want three women to just shut the fuck up because they're bringing their men's brand down in despair.
Yeah,
Remember, I said it was Christy Teigen, Jada
yeah.
Pinkett, and Gabrielle Union. Ever
I
since,
remember.
ever since that entanglement issue, like she been constantly just like embarrassing him, like emasculating him in public. Like, remember that open letter that she had wrote for Tupac?
Yeah,
And then later she insinuated that he wasn't hitting it right in the bedroom. Like she been nonstop, just like putting shit out there into the media to like embarrass him.
So
So
what? And my thing is, you know, me and my wife had some words. I really feel he going through a lot of shit, and I really think it's because of her.
yes, yes,
Now the open
100%.
relationship shit, the open relationship thing that they did, we've been knowing about that before we hit internet.
We've been knowing about that at least since the mid 90s.
Yeah, that they got a. You know, if it works for them, it works for them. You know what I'm saying? You know me, I ain't gonna knock it. Whatever you went to, that's what you went to. The thing is, when you live in that life and you in the Hollywood eye, people always got opinions, and it seems that when she fuck around or when she do shit, it backfires. And then I hear women today, you'll never hear shit about Will, because Will keep his women shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they swapping, if he's dating a chick at the time, or she's seeing somebody, his women don't get out of line.
We don't
But
even know
when
who
you
we messing with. I
right,
mean, it
I
it
well,
was
I know. I
it.
told you.
You know what? It was alleged,
Nah, but
allegedly.
the little red bone, right? The little
Talk,
cutie pie.
you talking about the one from Focus?
Oh no, I'm not. You talking about Margaret Robbie?
Yeah, it was always rumored that he was messing with her,
Hey, gee, they was in two movies together, and they have great chemistry together.
especially that movie Focus.
Focus, they had great. I just rewatched that about a week ago. It's on HBO Max, and then she and her they on Suicide Squad. They was good. You know, I seen how Brad Pitt was with Angelina and Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Mm,
I could feel Jennifer Aniston pain back then. Cause watching them, I mean, it was like magic. So
oh,
you know, shit like that happened. But I really, you know, I didn't. Like I said, going back to Jada, I really want to go back to Jada. Like I say, you know, when you fucking with these young kids, you know, it's like what, you know what I'm saying? You fucking with a shorty, now he all in love. See, August one of her son's friends. See,
right, right. He used to stay at the house.
you know what I'm saying? Like you banging them, and it's like I don't care what you do. Make sure it's clean. Don't let it get back out. You
Right.
fuck the shorty. What you think he gonna do? No matter who it is. My wife hit a motherfucking 21-year-old today at the post office. Every post office in the city of Chicago on us.
Mm,
So,
yeah.
and you know better. To me, it's like she knows better. But she do what she do. She really do what she do. I'm not gonna make her. I'm not trying to make her the problem, because the problem wasn't about her cheating and everything. The problem was about the joke. Chris
Now,
Rock apologized already.
now,
Maybe he stepped over the line.
now, just to go over the joke, right? Now, us Gen Xers, we all knew probably outright what GI Jane was. Like a lot of these millennials and
They didn't even know. They didn't catch it,
they
so it
they
flew over
they,
their
they,
fucking
probably,
head.
they probably didn't catch it. I saw Demi Moore in that movie. I mean, she was damn good in that movie. Viggo
And
Mortensen, he was literally torturing her. I mean, like you can't make a movie like that today.
no, you can't.
You
You can't
can't
make
do that
movies.
today.
The
Yeah.
movie they made back then, you can't make it today. You're exactly right.
Hmm.
Now, two things, and I mean, it could be funny, and I'm like I said, this is us talking. I could be myself. Jada would have made a great G.I. Jane too for the
Yeah.
millennials right now. I mean, it was a joke, but like he said, he told Will, he said it was light, just light work.
Yeah.
I could say some shit and embarrass you totally in here. This light work, it was a joke. Now, what the alopecia, like I said, I knew she had it.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I knew. And but you know what? I only been knowing for like 2 weeks. I saw it on Facebook. But
Okay.
I knew she had it. And women are so sensitive about their hair and everything, so I totally understood. Maybe he didn't know. A lot of people said they didn't know, so maybe he didn't know. But for him to apologize, I love it. For him not to swing back at Will, something, grab him, toss him to the ground.
He
I
had so
love.
much restraint. I mean, Chris Rock, he literally, obviously, he was so rocked, and just to be in that room full of people in which probably half the room is richer than him, for him to be embarrassed in front of all those people on national TV live, he had to keep the show going. He had to swallow his pride, take that L, and keep the show going. He had to go into the next category, read out the winner, and just let the whole thing just kind of like finish out. And
Yeah,
I'm not sure what he did afterwards, but Will he won this award later, and then I saw like a video of him like dancing, like celebrating
yeah.
as far as his Oscar. But as far as Chris Rock, I haven't seen any
No
video
video of
or
him. Yeah.
photos, yeah, posts like post
Charlemagne
Oscars.
Charlemagne said he called him last night, you know, just to check on him. It was like, cause like Charlemagne said this morning, it was like, dude, I called him because he's my guy. I called him because he my, he the other guy that's in this incident and shit.
Hmm.
But like what he said is last, he's like, but I called him because this Chris fucking Rock.
Right.
And this killed me. Now they putting up shit with him, Seinfeld, and what's name, and they saying the nigga word. You do one thing, and everybody pull up all this shit on you now, and they try to like, damn, they cancel him.
You know
I
what?
think they
Last
tried
night,
to cancel him, but people are so up in the air. You don't know what you don't know if to cancel him. Dude, he might have stepped over the line, Mister. But I'm not canceling no Chris Rock.
I mean, I don't want none of them canceled. And last night, since it was so fresh in everybody's minds, most of the support was on Will Smith's side. So I guess once everybody had like a night to sleep on it, digest it a little bit.
Now
Today,
it's
from
more 50 or 60-40 Chris Rock side.
exactly right, right,
Right, and I see a
right.
lot of that, and that's when I said it's just a bad situation for both people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man,
Cause
dude. I mean, I hated that it had to happen to Chris
I
Rock and Will
hate
Smith. You know what I'm saying?
out of anybody in the world, it's like them two dudes. It's like, and that's the thing, and like I said, I see niggas now, oh, for Chris Rock not funny. This, you a motherfucking lie.
I
Chris
saw him
Rock not
live in
funny.
Indianapolis. When was that? I think Chloe was just only a few months old. So this was like in sometime in 2016.
Yeah,
I saw Chris Rock in Indy when he did his little tour, and I mean I thought the show was great. And then that same special ended up on Netflix. It was the Tambourine.
the
Uh,
tambourine.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, man, that it was great, man. I enjoyed it, and
tambourine was so carefully written and joked about, you know what I'm saying, about like relationships and the shit that he was going through.
hmm
And and that's what I'm saying. Next to Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, his comedy is teaching. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
right now, I'm telling you, dude, the hardest job in the world is to be a comedian.
I
Not a
mean,
police officer. The hardest job in the world is to be a comedian.
as far
Like I
as
said,
today in 2022,
in
right?
2022, you can't be. It's hard to be a comedian. Like I say, I truly understand about Jada, and I wish Chris didn't say that joke.
Oh,
But
really? I mean,
it,
honestly,
because it's a disease that they can't control.
I get it, but at the same time, I don't want this to be a catalyst of like future acts being very curated and being like watered down because it's gonna be this meme like, oh, you don't want to get Chris Rock if you say the wrong joke. You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
You don't want to get Chris Rock, and that's funny as hell.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
but
actually,
that's my
Cassie made that up last night. She was
straight
like,
up.
just start using it. I was like, yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds
you don't
cool
want to
though.
get Chris Rock. But my thing is, dude, and we just talked about this back episodes ago, and it's to this, and just like last night, people are so fucking sensitive. Rob, these people, you, dude, I don't know how to be a comedian. And I'm the funniest nigga in the world, let me tell it.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know who to talk about, who can I talk about. Dave Chappelle said two or three things about the alphabet,
Yeah.
and it's just the last um, Netflix he had, and they still was trying to cancel him, and he wasn't being negative.
He was just highlighting the backstory of his trans friend. You know what
And
I'm
they
saying?
tried to cancel him, dude.
Right. And like the whole thing of him bringing that story out was to like let people know like, hey, this person was bullied because this person was supporting me. And from all that
Right.
bullying that that person endured, she ended up killing herself.
Exactly.
And people literally forget all about that. Everybody just want to say, "Oh, he's being transphobic." I mean, I hate when they use that transphobic thing or homophobic. I mean, they're using like the wrong terms from the get go. I mean, to have a phobia that means that you're afraid. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So they just need to change the language. But yeah,
Yeah,
no
we need
one's
to
no,
change the language, dude. He not fucking homophobic.
right.
Dude, he cool. He just telling you some fucking gay jokes. Like he would tell you some black jokes. Like he'd tell you some chink jokes. And his wife is Oriental.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
he'd tell you some white jokes. And then everybody get pissed off. Dude, if you throw a rock and hit a butterfly, somebody gonna be pissed.
He even had that Space J joke. Remember the Space J?
So the
The JEWS?
J-E.
Jews, Space Jews.
Oh
Remember
yeah, yeah.
that?
And guess what? But I don't think. See, that's the thing. He did that one. I don't even think they got offended. I didn't hear shit from that
I
camp,
hear nothing from it.
and I didn't hear. And that's what I'm saying.
And plus,
If
right, that's the key. He wasn't telling the joke to offend them. He was just trying to tell a joke that would land, just to kind of like be funny. That's what
just
the
to
whole
be
game is
fun,
all about.
but y'all so fucking uptight. I mean, people go on to fucking comedy shows with their arms crossed.
Yeah, they just wait to be offended. It's instead
They
of just sitting
waiting,
there kicking back, kind
waiting
of
to be offended, dude. Like,
right.
how the fuck can you go to? Everybody say the world changed, dude. Let me tell you this. Like I said, we're gonna just keep the topic going about this tonight. Dude, everybody is like overly sensitive. Everybody using, and I'm gonna still say this, it is some people that need mental health. There's other people that need to just stand the fuck up and stop with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's so many people trying to guide and pick different lanes and then the social media, dude. It's like whatever you do, the whole world knows. Like whatever you do, the whole world knows.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you look back sometimes and you like now that you got some shit that happened, like he said when they showed Chris Rock in 2016, talking about some, they didn't invite, Jada and Will on their boycott. He was like, you ain't get invited. How
Right.
the fuck you boycott? Guess what? It was a funny fucking joke. Cause he said, man, that's like me getting up with Rihanna panties. I wasn't
I
invited
want to
to her
invite it.
panties.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And they say that joke, and now you throw it in with this bullshit. Now it's like, oh, he the bad guy. He been picking on her. Dude, it's fucking comedy, and trust me, motherfucker. Jada Pickett make it easy to get picked on.
Yeah. She been doing all this,
She
on her
make it
own.
so
Right.
fucking easy to pick on her. And dude, like I say, G, everybody's so motherfucking sensitive that it's getting to the point. Remember me and you was talking this back when we was young. I was telling you like how Rayburn used to talk to me about not talking about religion in public. And nigga,
Mm-hmm.
I damn near don't want to pass my opinion to people no more.
Mm. Yeah.
Cause people get, and then people get so emotional. Motherfuckers go from 1 to 1,000,
Yeah. Facts.
and I'm
Facts.
like, dude, people so strongly, and I can talk to you. And like I said, I'll be real. People so strongly to jump and believe in some shit that they probably don't even know 50% what it's about.
Yeah, man. People don't do research. They just kind of like. I mean, obviously, today's generations, they just think that they just know it alls. I mean, if they go to college, they just think that their education stops there. I mean, it's more to like learn about stuff during your everyday lives. I mean, you don't stop learning once you're done with college. You don't stop. I mean, if you didn't go to college, every day is going to be like a life
You
lesson.
learn.
Yeah, life is about relationships, but like these people just want to alienate people on a daily basis. They are looking to be offended. Everybody wants to have that bullhorn to like have some type of virtue signal, to like virtue signal. And honestly, they're just literally hurting the whole society. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, You know what? I had got on Twitter probably about 12. My shit, I've been with me for 10 years. So I probably got on Twitter about 15 years ago. I just got on Facebook a year and a half ago. It's a lot of motherfuckers think they tough as hell online. It's a lot of people. Is you had your opportunity, and it's like you just say some shit.
Hmm.
And I guarantee you wouldn't say that shit in motherfucking public, but you hide behind this shit. You
Yeah,
know
that's
what I'm saying?
easy. Right, that's easy. That is so easy. Exactly.
And and that blows. And like I said, I'm telling you, social media got a lot. You know what? The mental health might be high because social media. You gotta look like this. You gotta act like this. You gotta hide it. And these niggas ain't got really none of that shit.
Hmm.
Motherfuckers having surgeries. Rest in peace. Motherfuckers passing away trying to have it, to make sure they have a perfect body type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I dude, I don't get it. It's like everybody be and everybody's so fucking wound up. Like I know this dude. Like I just speak to people. That's all I do all day. I'm delivering mail. I speak to people. Every so many people with just angry. You know,
Mm.
I go to work, motherfuckers just angry and mad. And then if I get quiet, is what's wrong with you, dude? I don't want to talk to motherfuckers, dude, because I don't want to stop, nigga. I gotta walk on eggshells when I go to work. When I do, I'm like, dude, the only fucking place I'm safe is in this motherfucking house.
Damn. Damn.
Like everybody's so on edge. Niggas out here, everybody want to carjack you. Everybody just tough and want to rob motherfuckers. People you just talk to in the street, women, you like, hey, how you doing? This shit, ask me, what the fuck you looking at one day? That's about some months back, maybe 5, 6 months back. Yeah, it was last in the window. And I was like, I was just saying, I was gonna say hi, how you doing? But the bitch asked me, what the fuck are you looking at? I know I wasn't stared up. She wasn't even cute. I just walked past. We was both driving, and I was like, hey, I was gonna say, hey, how you doing? Cause
Oh
she was
wow.
fucking look, cause she was fucking staring.
Oh.
And she said, what the fuck? And I looked at her, and I'm like, I, I didn't say anything. I shook my head. I drove off, and I said, this world fucked up, dude. Like I don't know when this shit changed. This world is totally fucked up.
Yeah, man. A lot of people walking around with undiagnosed issues, and they're just causing
Black
havoc.
zombies.
Yeah.
They they
Yeah.
they mind going so fucking which way. That's what I said. It might be mental health, but they mind going so much which way because you want to be this, you want to be this for three
Hmm.
weeks. Then you get on social media. Now you want to be that for
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man.
You
It's
know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
It is insane, man. It is insane. I mean, just to kind of get back over to the whole event last night. So, like, to me, man, from man to man, there's two things that you can't really do to a grown man, right?
Speak on.
You can't spit at him, and you shouldn't be slapping a man. But for him to go up there in this emotional rage in which he laughed at the joke initially, so he was going up there to protect his wife's honor, but he went up there on this emotional trip. He go slap this man and then scream at him from his seat. I'm like, dude, like, why you act like a tough guy? Like, this is Chris Rock. You know what he does. He tells jokes. I mean, no one cared when the Trumps was in office, their kids was made fun of, the wife was made fun of.
Y'all talk shit about everybody in that White House
Exactly.
because of Donald Trump. But it was okay to do that.
Yeah. when Bill Clinton was in office, Hillary, she had a whole bunch of jokes on her, especially after that Lewinsky scandal.
Yeah.
Fucking Bill Burr, he made fun of Michelle Obama because actually his joke is kind of funny, right? He was like, you know what? I can't stand Michelle Obama. And then he was at one of these late night shows, and then like the crowd just kind of like, oh, he said that. So then he was like, yeah, I can't stand her. He was like, like, it was like a story about those African girls they was kidnapped, and then
Okay.
she had this hashtag Bring Back Our Girls campaign,
Yeah, I
and,
remember.
and Bill Burr was like, bitch. Look across the dinner table. Your husband is the leader of the free world. Get him to get the girls out. Don't virtue signal to me.
And
So,
guess
yep,
what?
dude.
That
Everybody
shit
gets it.
hilarious.
Everybody
Everybody
gets it.
get it.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing. If you gonna tell me Will and Jada ain't joked about motherfuckers or talked about how T.I. and Tiny trying to be like them or just anything, you
Mm,
crazy, man. Like
mm.
everybody the butt a joke. And Will said I could take it. Believe my wife out of it.
Yep.
But
But she is a public figure, right?
she's a public figure
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Yeah. And she has a platform which they be talking all types of like nonsense on her Red Table Talk platform. It even got to a point where like I'm not sure if this is true, but Jada's mother said something about how Jada's dad had raped her back in the day.
Hmm.
Now, to my knowledge, I believe he's deceased. But my whole thing is like, why would y'all even talk about that on the national airwaves? That should be like talked about behind closed doors.
Because that's what families used to do. We used to keep the shit like that behind closed doors.
Yeah,
So I think they were saying Will was talking about this. Now he's going through a little bit of depression because his father used to beat his mama ass.
yeah.
I love Will to death again. Will, you 52 years old. Have you been worried about this shit all through your life, or has it just come up? You know what I'm saying? It's like maybe shit do trigger people at a later age. Maybe I can't say what shit do to people, but I just know reading something on Facebook or one of these streams or something about like men in the 80s and 90s. We just they was tougher, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like people was we living longer, we looking better, but we not. I'm not saying you gotta act like you tough, but some stuff you
We're
just
just mentally fragile
grin and
today.
bear. It. Yeah, you grin and bear that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you don't do it enough that it kills you, but some shit you just live with. Some shit you just live with. You don't need the fucking world to know all your fucking problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Remember, I told you, man, me and Peaches was going to a couple counselor before we split up. We going to a couple counselors, but this bitch is single.
Oh, the
And
counselor.
explaining to yeah, she was fucking single, and she's telling us how much fun she do when she have dates and stuff. And then the bitch hits the clock, and now she's gonna try to worry about our relationship.
Mm. Mm.
Well, bitch, you ain't stepped in your bed in 3 days because you've been at three other niggas' house. Like, I don't
Yeah,
get this
man.
shit,
You
man.
go
Like,
you going in tonight, man.
nah, like I said, I had so much to talk about. I really hate I had a bad day, and I really would, if you don't mind, I want this to be a part one and then a part two next week. Cause I'm like, dude, this shit just fucking blow me, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I said, it's so fucked up. Now it's got me thinking I'm fucking crazy, but I know, like everybody, like I don't know if people like this shit or not, like to be walking on eggshells. I don't know people, and then there's still a nice group of people in the world that just mind they fucking business. What you eat don't make me shit. So why the fuck
Yeah.
am I worried about it? And I will say about this, and this is with Jada and Will. I really don't like how I think I perceive how Jada treats Will with this. open dating shit. Cause like I said, it never gets back on Will. I've never heard anything. But if he forgave her, we can't be mad at that. If he
Yeah.
still love her, nigga, I can't be mad at that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, cause he's
Yeah.
like, well, she did this, but you know what? He acted a fool over her ass. And I ain't gonna look, and I'm not gonna say, like I said, like you said, he was laughing at it. She rolled her eyes and looked at him, and okay, she hurt. That's why I still feel like she should say, hey, wait, don't get up. Just cut that shit out, dude. We'll talk to your ass later. Or he could have said, don't talk about my wife, dude. That's disrespectful. She going through some shit. And Chris
Yeah.
Rock would have stopped. The same way he said he won't say nothing about her no more when he's like, he said, okay, I'm not going to say shit. If he would have just, he could have went on a nice little rant. I would have liked it, the rant. And he'd be like, he ain't got to say something, keep my wife goddamn, keep her goddamn, you know, my wife goddamn name out your mouth. Hey, she don't like that. It's disrespectful. Chris, slow down, G. And he could have said that with a temper. I could have fucked with that. I
mean,
didn't like
dude.
the fact that he walked up there and smacked the shit out of her. And like Charlamagne said before, I'm gonna let you get a minute, but like Charlamagne said, he said he been a psychiatrist and shit. And the way Will smacked him, and that was a hard ass, like Puppy said, he got a chin on him. For him to hit somebody that hard on national TV live at the Oscars about him making a joke about G.I. Jane, he got other problems.
Oh yeah, it's beyond Chris Rock. I mean, like to us,
That's what,
as we constantly say, I think Jada is the real problem. And plus, their kids are kind of out there as well. They having
yeah,
issues.
yeah.
So, but I mean, like, dude, Chris Rock, he went through a divorce a few years ago, and from Chris Rock's standpoint, I'm sure that he understands what Will is going through as far as dealing with a uncooperative wife who just out there all the time. So like by him just probably poking fun at Jada, maybe Chris was kind of like was honoring Will Smith in like a subconscious way. So instead,
Mm.
it kind of backfired with like Will. He kind of flipped the script, and at first he laughed, and then he must have saw Jada's reaction. Then he went up there.
But
Chris
see, he
Rock,
gonna go.
Chris Rock did not deem him a threat. I mean, his hands was behind his back. He was kind of calm. He was laughing. He thought he was gonna go up there and probably like I don't know, like
Fake wrestle, play around. Like, hey,
fake
slow
wrestle
down.
something, right? Yeah, but just to slap him at the Oscars, I mean, dude, is this the BET Awards or the Source Awards? Like this is the Oscars.
This the Oscars. They don't even
It's,
want us there. They don't be wanting us there, and it's because of shit like that. Because they never know when we act stupid.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
Because
man.
we got our emotions on our sleeve all the time. And guess what? Like we said earlier, Chris Rock was the bigger man.
Yeah, yeah, dude. After Will said something about keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, like if it was anybody else that was more ruthless, like a TK Kirkland up there, he could have followed with something like, "Hey, did you keep August Alsina from like from
Right
being in
out
your
her
wife or
mouth.
something?" Right. I
Right.
mean, it could have been easy to like
And it
turn
was
into
Chris.
that.
And the killing part was Chris Rock, and he did it tastefully. I think a lot of people would have did it tastefully. But there's some motherfuckers out here that would have, if he would have slapped them like that, if there wasn't something on the floor, they'd have motherfucking roasted her ass. You know what I'm saying? Now
Mm-hmm.
I'm finna make a mockery of this shit. Now
Right.
I'm finna fuck up the award.
Right.
Everybody
Right.
gonna be everybody gonna be uncomfortable.
I mean, shit. If Jamie Foxx was up there, he probably would have did that shit.
Jamie might have pulled it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jamie one of the ones that might have kept going with the shit. Like, you know what, nigga? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Now let me embarrass you.
Shit.
Now let me
Jamie.
let everybody know what's going on.
Shit. Jamie fought with LL Cool J doing a Any Given Sunday movie.
And he gives a Sunday.
Jamie don't give a fuck, man.
He don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And hey, and Jamie look like, man, I might lose this bitch. he'll get shit, but he don't give a fuck. And that's what I'm saying. And people saying Chris Rock wouldn't have said that to, Jay-Z and them like that. Yeah, but Will a big guy. But Will wouldn't have pulled that with a lot of motherfuckers too, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
It's just he called him, and like I said, man, I love Will. Something else going on, G. I love the movie.
Oh, I still
King
haven't
Rich.
seen it.
Oh,
I haven't seen it yet.
dude, I told you, it's a tearjerker.
Okay.
Fucking tearjerker. It's a great fucking movie.
Okay.
He deserved it. I haven't seen this Denzel Macbeth, but I'm gonna see it with it streaming on and try to watch that.
Okay. Cool, man.
Cause I ain't seen. I love. Yeah, I want to see that. Matter of fact, I might try to watch some of it tonight. If not, I'm gonna try to catch it tomorrow. Um, so it's the movies I do want to see out there, but that shit hurt today. And
Yeah.
that it hurt. Like I said, who it was. It hurt that every comment was about him, and I'm like I said, I'm seeing both sides of the spectrum, and I'm so neutral on this one. Like I'm so
Mm-hmm.
in the middle. It's like I don't. I wish it did. Like we saying, I wish it didn't happen, man. I do. I wish, like I said, Chris apologized. Will just apologized. I guess 20,
Yeah.
30 minutes after Chris
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I read Will's IG post where he apologized to Chris Rock, the Academy,
Yeah,
everybody who was there. So, but I haven't seen Chris Rock's statement
yeah.
yet.
Chris is strong. Yeah, you gotta see his. I see his first. His is strong. And
Okay.
he says, like he said, it's a thin line in this comedy shit. Like,
You,
and you
you know
talk about
what?
it a lot, and
They need to
Go
air it
ahead.
out. Honestly, as much as I don't like their platform, the Red Table Talk, it'd be good for the three of them to sit down at the red table and just just air it out.
I thought about that today, and I said it'd be great if Chris Rock came in with a catcher's mitt helmet. He'd be like, "I'm finna come on here. We gonna be safe now." Just to lighten up the shit. And see, that's how
Right.
niggas we know how to lighten up shit and make something a bad opportunity better. But other motherfuckers just like to see the bullshit. And like I
Mm-hmm.
said, that's 75% of these unhappy, miserable motherfuckers out here in the world.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers be out here negative. Oh, like I be reading people posts, and I be like, man, how the fuck are they living? Every day they got something negative to say. Like every fucking day is something negative. Then they
Yeah.
post one good thing, and they go right back to negative shit. Like your life can't. If you that negative on Facebook, what's your life like?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I swear now I just like I don't I might post once every or twice a month, and that's because of some shit. And she usually just post shit and just tag me in.
Oh yeah. I always see your wife posting pictures
Yeah,
of y'all, like positive
right,
stuff. Yeah.
right. But I don't even post now. I could care less who the fuck looking at me. Believe it or not, if I wasn't so nosy, goddamn it, I would have been on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't even be on this shit. Like I just like this, and it'd be some funny shit, but like I just can't. And I'm thinking about taking a break from that. I told her about like I'm pretty sure I'm thinking about taking a break from that shit. It's
Mm-hmm.
because everybody's just so fucking negative, and everybody's so. Everybody got a perfect body. Bitches ain't got perfect bodies. Every girl on the fucking timeline, everybody just perfect now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't even want that. I don't
Yeah.
want a perfect shit. You know what I'm saying? If I was single, I won't.
I
Dude, it's
understand.
too much
It's so much
maintenance for
pressure.
that.
It's so much pressure on women out there on social media because they are actually competing like against each other.
Yeah,
They all trying to vie for the top 10-15% dude.
right.
And man, the competition is fierce. I mean, if you're dealing with these type of guys, you likely gonna be sharing them, and most of them are cool with that. I mean, it used to be like in the '90s and early 2000s, prior to this on social media. Actually, Chris Rock had a joke like this, like, man, I got a divorce because I had an affair with like two women, and like the whole crowd was like, oh, like what y'all saying? Oh, like the fucking FedEx dude is juggling four bitches,
Right, six bitches, yeah.
right?
He like, I got two women. This
Right,
motherfucker's out here. You got me
right,
dying, but it's the truth.
right. It's the truth.
You yes, man. Yeah, motherfucker. He's got an 8, 9 of you old, and he ain't got none but a FedEx shit.
Right.
and he might take care of one of them shit. The other six of them, five of them bitches paying for his shit,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he hitting all y'all raw.
Damn.
I'm finna watch Tambourine tonight. Listen, I'm gonna watch Tambourine. It's if it ain't on Netflix, I know it's on HBO Max. It's on something.
Hey man,
Yeah, like that.
I will cap this topic off with this last statement. Like
Go ahead.
ever since like they've been married for like the past like 25 years, I believe. Like
Yeah,
Will, he always been trying to like live up to this like standard in which Jada always viewed Tupac. He always wanted that moment to have that Tupac moment. And last night, maybe he wanted that Tupac moment to like finally she can like look up to Will as she always looked up to Tupac.
this
You
is
know what
the
I'm
pop.
saying? Yeah. So yeah,
That's a great way to end it too, cause like I maybe when you think about people, you try to get in their head sometimes. Maybe that was it. I mean, with 100 other fucking things floated through his mind, but maybe
hmm
that it's like this is my moment to let her know. You know what I'm saying? I got you too.
hmm
And like I said, I'm not mad at him for defending her what she's going through. Dude, somebody talk about my wife. Everybody know what's going on.
yeah,
You know what I'm
people
saying? You talk
pe-
about her, nigga, you gone, you gone.
yeah, people aren't
But
mad about the attention, they just mad about the execution, how he did it.
how he did it, that's
Yeah.
all. And like
Yeah.
I said, I'm truly on him for that. But like you said, maybe he hit that pop moment, man. And
hmm
like you said, you never know how much that bothered him. But I know it did.
Yeah.
It's hands down. I mean, 20 years later, he's still talking about him. You know what I'm saying? You be in the crib, people talk about how Russell Wilson didn't want Seattle Seahawks to play future up in practice. Fucking this nigga at home and gotta listen to motherfucking talk every day, probably still.
Damn.
So
Damn. Damn.
that's a good one, man. And like I say, man, this is just part of what we really gonna continue about this next week, man. Even if we do half a show dedicated to, I still want to finish it. I want to hear Phil version and shit as well too, man.
Okay. Hey, let me drop a bomb on that, and I just want to hit on this next topic real quick, and it feels like
Okay.
ancient history since last night happened, but well, first I am going to show you a video. It's like 2 minutes long, but first, my question to you is, in only a few words, what is a woman to you? What is the meaning of a woman?
A woman, I'ma say, a woman, somebody who can take care of herself. She have kids, she can raise her kids by herself. I always say a real woman, she know how to cook. She can be a good dad. She
No, no, like you're like describing womanhood, but
right.
but but what is a woman? Like how do you know like if you see this being that's a woman? Like the literal meaning of a woman.
Physical?
Yeah.
Hey, you know, body just maybe
You
voluptuous,
you could just
you
tell,
know.
right?
Yeah, you can just look at her, man. Voluptuous, nice body. She ain't gotta be perfect, but you get that woman mystique. That mystique of a like maybe somebody when you was younger and you watched on TV and like that's a woman. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That's like
Okay. All right. Well, it's one of those things is which like last week the Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson, she was getting grilled by Congress, right? It was really the Democrats that giving us softballs. Republicans was literally grilling her. So a question that was posed to her was, "What is your definition of a woman?"
okay,
She would not answer it. She would not answer that question. So I'm gonna show you this video real quick. So that's why I wanted you to like give your definition, just to kind of see if that simple question would like trip you up. Because I'm like, why would this question trip her up? Because she's going up for a lifetime appointment in the Supreme Court, and she wouldn't answer the question, "What is a woman?" So I just thought it was kind of odd. So let me show this real quick.
okay.
I need to read the whole
Okay.
thing.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No,
Yeah,
I can't.
you can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So you
I'm not a
believe the
biologist.
meaning of the word woman is so unclear and controversial that you can't give me a definition?
Fair use, fair use. This is for commentary purpose only. Fair use.
Senator, in my work as a judge, what I do is I address disputes. If there's a dispute about a definition, people make arguments, and I look at the
All right.
law and I decide. So I'm not.
The fact that you can't give me a straight answer about something as fundamental as what a woman is underscores the dangers of the kind of progressive education that we are hearing about. Just
Okay, so what's your definition?
Yeah, I just thought it was kind of odd, man, because
What's your definition of?
what a woman is,
Yeah.
she has to have an XX chromosome. That's the bare minimum. XX chromosome. She has a uterus, a vagina, the reproductive,
What was she supposed to say to her though?
something like that. Because like the whole controversy of like the alphabet community infiltrating the education system, they're infiltrating all facets of life. And also prior to me cutting out the video, she was going to get into the whole NCAA swimmer beating those women. So she just wanted to get her on record to say what her definition of a woman is. But like today, people really don't want to give a definition of a woman. It's because they don't want to offend the trans community. They won't even like say mothers anymore. They would call people like women that like bear children. They would call them birthing persons instead of just calling them mothers. Like everything is so freaking political when it comes to this topic. That's why it was just so weird because like you are going up for Supreme Court, so like this is a lifetime appointment, so you don't got to worry about any type of real backlash because if they're likely going to appoint you to the Supreme Court, so you don't got to worry about like having an election or anything. I mean, you're gonna have a lifetime appointment, so you are good. Give your definition, have it on record, so that way, I mean, something serious is gonna come through the Supreme Court when it comes to this whole gender thing, and it's kind of scary as far as her not want to answer the question. Maybe she don't want to offend that community, but
And that's what I was just
but
gonna say.
still,
But but you should put the truth where a woman is.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you feel before we get off, man? How do you feel about the transgender swimmer?
I think we talked about this before. He shouldn't be swimming with the ladies. He should be swimming with guys. I mean, if you feel like a woman, if you want to act like a woman, if you want to dress like a woman, fine, be a woman. But I still want you to compete with the males because in a male circuit, he was ranked like 400. But against the women, he was number one. You know what I'm saying?
No argument. No fucking argument.
Yeah, I'm totally
And
against
then
it,
he
man.
like identify as a woman, but because when transgenders go to the NBA, you know what I'm gonna say? I don't know if you know this or not. What's my boy with the Braves? Dillard. What's his name from Memphis?
Ja Morant.
No, not Morant. Dillard, the light skinned dude. He got the Braves. He just came back. He been hurt with a knee injury.
Oh, Memphis.
Yeah, his name Dillard McCann or something. I noticed what I was reading,
Okay.
but he's dating a transgender.
Really?
Yeah. He got tickets for all the games. He left his baby mama or whatever, and they were saying he's with this transgender.
Oh wow. Wow. Okay.
And they
Wow.
keep nestling on him low like they was, I guess, trying to keep Lou Williams when he was dating the two girls. You know, Lou had two girlfriends, and they both were coming to the games and shit.
Yeah, he was open about it.
But he was open.
It wasn't controversial.
Right. Yeah, and I think Dilla was just transgender, and I don't think it's controversial. but I don't think people know him that well yet to really can judge him.
Is he a bench player or a starter?
No, he started. Light skinned nigga, man, got the brains. He got good D. Matter of fact, they playing. Let me see if they still on.
I mean, I know of Dylan Brooks. He was hurt for a while. You talking about
Dylan Brooks, that's his name. Dylan Brooks.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, he's dating a transgender. She got.
Oh, wow.
See, they say she got every game. Let me see some things that's coming back on. Let me see. Just another
Hey, E, I mean, what I would say about these young boys today, man, this is not how we grew up.
No.
This ain't how we grew up.
No.
I mean, that's how dude.
But,
I'm not sure if you saw the Shy series on Showtime, but
I didn't really get into it. But yeah, go ahead. I know what you're talking about.
One of the actors, he got fired because he didn't want to be dating a transgender woman in the show. I guess there was one of his demands that he didn't want to do it, but instead,
Right.
they had fired him, and then they had hired one of the guys that was on the New Edition series, the one who played, I think he played the Johnny Gill character.
Oh yeah, the black. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. He ended up, getting hired on the Shy. Then, he's dating a trans. I mean, one of the most gangsters characters in the show. He dating a transgender. So I just thought it was kind of interesting.
But one of the most gangsters dudes in The Wire was gay. You know, dude.
Yeah.
Memphis beating Golden State 97-67.
You know what, man? Ja Morant not even playing, and they
He
just
not even
whip.
fucking.
They is literally tearing through the competition. Dude. I was watching Lakers last night, so since we didn't have a show, I just ended up just kind of like following up what was they doing. They was up 23, lost that lead, and then end up losing. So LeBron, he had a ankle injury. He ended up finishing out the game, and
But
more
he's
than
not
likely
playing against the Spurs, and the Spurs only a game now.
a half game.
Anthony
out, right?
Davis not coming back until next week. My
And-
guy,
and the
I
season-
gotta get us like the season over with.
Yeah, the postseason
season
starts
over.
in 2 weeks.
My guy talking about some man. Y'all get in the play-in game, y'all gonna win a championship. I said we gotta get in the play-in game now.
Y'all got to win 2 games.
Yeah, just to get in.
Yeah.
So on that note, man, I gotta say, we get up out of here. I'ma get out my uniform. But yeah, part 2 next week about this. We ain't gonna make it long, everybody, but we gonna do part 2 of this. Chris Rock and Will Smith get feeling input in it, then Firebone tomorrow next week.
All right, man. All right, we'll leave it at that, man. All right, y'all, Cornerstone Podcast. Subscribe, like, comment, and share the content, and we'll see y'all next week. All right, deuces, man.
Hey, I hit your ass tomorrow, too.
All right, bet, man. All right, see ya.